Hey guys, Nitno here. Today we are taking a look at getting started with DayZ. DayZ is a hardcore open world survival game. The main goal is to survive, but the rest is up to you and how you choose to play it. Are you going to be a hero who believes in right and wrong? A bandit that will kill and rob players just to get ahead? Or maybe you just want to be a farmer feeding fresh spawns on the coast? That is all up to you. With DayZ being a sandbox game, my biggest advice to you to get the most out of each DayZ session is to make a goal for yourself each time you start the game. This goal can be as simple as finding a new town that you've never been to, visiting your first military base, or trying to make friends and partner up with a stranger. Give yourself some goals and it will make the game much more rewarding. Alright, we are going to hop right into things with the basics of the DayZ UI. In the bottom right hand corner, you're going to find icons for thirst, hunger, temperature, blood, and health. Also in the bottom left hand corner, that's going to be your stamina bar. Keep running too much, it's going to go down and you're going to get tired. In order to use and craft items, you will need to place the first item in your hand, then drag the second item that you would like to combine on top of it. A good example here is opening a can of food. Place a can in your hand by dragging it from your inventory to your hand. Once the can is in your hand, go ahead and drag the knife to the can in your hand. The icon for the knife will now glow orange, meaning it can be combined. Go ahead now and left click to start opening the can. Once the can is open, you can go ahead and hold down left click to start eating. Food can be found in civilian houses, wrecked cars, markets, greenhouses, and even on dead zombies. If you want to be truly self-sufficient though, you can learn how to fish, farm, and hunt. The easiest of these options as a fresh spawn is to learn how to fish. In order to fish, you're going to need a fishing rod, a hook, and you're going to need bait. Although you can find fishing rods in the world, you will likely start off by crafting an improvised fishing rod of your own. In order to start crafting, you will need to find yourself a knife or create a knife of your own. A stone knife can be created by combining two small stones together. You can find small stones along train tracks and the rocky grounds of the beach. To start crafting the fishing rod, you will need a long stick. This can be found by chopping down bushes with your knife. Secondly, for the fishing line, you will need a rope, which can be found in the open world, or you can craft a rope with 12 rags. Rags can be easily attained by cutting up t-shirts and other clothing. You can now go ahead and combine the rope with the long stick to create the improvised fishing rod. Next is getting a hook. Again, this can be found in the open world, or you can craft an improvised hook of your own. You can create a hook with animal or human bones. Many times you can find dead fresh spawns or chickens on the coast and cut those up for the bones. Combine your knife with the bones to craft a fishing hook. Lastly, we're going to need worms. That's going to be used as bait. You can dig up worms with your knife and then combine a hook with your worm. Now you are ready to fish any body of water. Simply walk to the water's edge with your fishing rod in your hand, look at the water, and hold left click to fish. Now that you've caught your first fish, congratulations by the way, let's learn how to cook it. Go ahead and combine the knife with the fish to prepare a fillet. Let's start things off with making a simple fireplace. First off, you're going to need to find sticks and bark. Sticks can be acquired from bushes, and bark you can get from using your knife on a tree. Making a simple fireplace will either require rags and sticks, or bark and sticks. Once you have made your fireplace, you're going to need to ignite it. We can start our fire by combining the bark and a stick to create a hand drill kit. Before we start the fire, let's go ahead and attach the fish fillet to the long stick. Put the long stick in your hand and then combine the fish fillet with it. Now let's go ahead and start that fire with the hand drill kit we created. Put that in your hands, go up to the fire, and ignite. Now with the long stick with the fish on it in your hand, move close enough to the fire and you'll get an option to roast it. Hold left click and you'll start to roast the food. A circle will appear on your screen. Keep holding until one full rotation of that circle. The fish will now be cooked and ready to eat. If you caught multiple fish, go ahead and cook them all, and that will prepare you for your journey ahead. Along with food, you're going to need water. Your best source of water will be water pumps. I'll help you find one. As a new player starting out, you'll likely have very little idea of where you are. To find your location, go ahead and look for a road sign. Road signs can be found around each town, usually at the entrance or when you're exiting a town. After you have found a road sign, head over to the website isurvive.com. In the top left hand corner, there's going to be a search window. Go ahead and type in the name of that town. Now you're going to know where you are. Go ahead and check the map again. Look for a blue water spigot icon. This is where you're going to find your best source for clean water. Go ahead and start drinking from the well. Keep drinking until you see the full stomach icon. Drinking to full will take some time, but it will best prepare you for your journey ahead. One last note on hydration. You'll often find water bottles in canteens throughout the world. It might be tempting to go ahead and start drinking from them right away, but unfortunately often that water is contaminated and will make you sick. I suggest dumping out that water by placing it in your hand, looking straight down, and then holding left click. Then the next time you're near a water well, go ahead and bring your water bottle, put it in your hand, and fill it up from there. Alternatively, water can be cleaned, so if it is contaminated, you can use chlorine water purification tablets on it. On that note, let's dive into the medical system. The medical system in DayZ is in-depth and can seem overwhelming. I'll try to break it down into an easy to digest manner. Rags and bandages both can stop bleeding. Bandages will work faster and can be helpful in firefights, where rags can be easily created by cutting up clothing. Saline in blood bags can be very useful in helping to restore blood loss. Saline will provide blood regeneration over time, whereas blood bags will provide an instant boost in blood. Using a blood bag comes with quite a few risks. You're going to need to test your blood type first, as if you inject an incompatible blood type, that can risk instant death. Chlorine tabs can purify your water. This can be helpful if you need water and there's no clean water nearby. This will make it possible to safely drink water from a stream or pond water. Put that in your container, then use your chlorine tabs. Charcoal tabs are used to treat salmonellosis, a sickness often caught from eating with bloody hands and eating uncooked meat, basically food poisoning. Tetracycline is used to treat cholera. That is a sickness you'll get from drinking contaminated water. Multivitamins are going to boost your immune system and lower the chances you're going to get sick. It's also going to be helpful with preventing you from getting sick from nearby players. Say your buddy is coughing and he gets close to you, that can actually spread the disease. Multivitamins are going to help prevent that from happening. Codeine will help reduce the limping effect you experience when you have low health. Morphine will completely remove the limping effect for a period of time, allowing full movement. Epinephrine will wake up a player from the unconscious state, and it will also provide infinite stamina for a period of time. Here's a pro tip: in an intense firefight, using both morphine and epinephrine can help you stay moving when you're taking damage. A quick note on map knowledge. Charnarus is a huge map and it's going to take a long time to learn the map. Keeping a third-party map open, such as iSurvive, is going to make your life a lot easier. Try to make a mental note of the city names each time you visit a new town. Most roads should lead to a new town, but also know that you can follow power lines and trails to find your way as well. The loot system in DayZ is still getting tweaked to this very day with each new patch, but the basic premises is the further you go from the spawn points, the better the loot gets. For example, going northwest will lead you into higher tiers of loot. Also note that if you visit a military base, also the surrounding area will have high tier loot, so make sure to check all the sheds, all the cars, as they could contain guns and ammo. A final note on player interactions and gear fear. Gear fear is that feeling you get when you have some really nice loot and it causes you to act differently. Say if you had no gear on you, you'd be more happy to take risks. And the more geared you are, maybe the less likely you'll be to take a risk. Just know that this feeling exists, it's natural, but try not to let it cloud your judgment too much. Playing too carefully can deprive you of some of the fun situations that make DayZ so great. Try to continue to talk to players, make friends, make enemies. Make sure your microphone is set up and bind it to a comfortable push-to-talk key. VoIP is crucial in this game and it's a large part of what makes it so fun. Try to get out of your comfort zone, make up new voices, new names, new personas, or just be yourself and go with the flow. Try to trust a stranger. Maybe you'll get betrayed, but maybe you'll make a lifelong friend. That's pretty much going to wrap this up. If you guys found this helpful, definitely hit that subscribe button. I'll be putting out more future DayZ content. As always, have fun in DayZ, take it easy, peace.